So before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you for 40,000 subscribers. It genuinely means a lot and I'm grateful. The day will come when you won't be. Wait, no, but yeah, I genuinely really appreciate it. The last time we hit one of these milestones was 30k back in October. And it was just before the Dante is a Whisperer theory. Now, I know what you're thinking, George. How does it feel to be the best? Well, you don't have to wonder that, because you know. You're subscribed, aren't you? You know how it feels to be the best, because you're subscribed. You are the best. And if you're not subscribed, go on, don't be scared. Go on, you're a joiner. When I reach a milestone, I normally do a giveaway. But I haven't actually planned anything this time, so comment down below some ideas, and then when The Walking Dead is back, on that first video when it returns, I will do the biggest giveaway yet. So let me know some ideas down below. And of course, if you want to enter ahead of time, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and you're automatically entered. In fact, if you're already following me, you're already entered. That's all the requirements are going to be. And of course, you have to be subscribed. Why haven't you done it yet? We've got Gabriel over here not subscribing because he can't commit. Just press the button and we can carry on with the video. Let's begin. No, not Virgil too. My Whisperer spy senses are tingling. Don't get me wrong, I like a Whisperer spy every now and then. But, Virgil, I had high hopes for you. I genuinely thought that you'd have these weapons. So, where are they? And why have you gone all Joe from you, standing behind Michonne like that? Let me guess, Michonne is different from the others. So this was another sneak peek released on the social medias of The Walking Dead. And at first I actually managed to convince myself that it was just a promo. You know those cringy promos we get of, I don't know, Eugene doing an impression of Ted Bundy. But this is an actual scene. This is an actual cinematic shot that will take place in the show. We see Virgil has led Michonne into a room and what she sees frightens her. And doesn't seem to frighten Virgil. In fact, he's smiling behind her. Now when The Walking Dead tweeted this out, they captioned it with "ever feel like someone's watching you." And so the narrative they're trying to put on this sneak peek is that Virgil is some kind of creep, or he's done something quite sinister. And it's looking like Michonne has found something that is quite disturbing. And so we could easily say right now, Virgil has led Michonne into this room. The truth has evidently come out about something. Michonne's scared. She feels threatened. She's going to turn around to see Virgil was lying. But we could also flip that and say Michonne seeing the state of Virgil's family. Virgil's smiling because Michonne's going to see that he was telling the truth. And to see that his family are sick or not well. Or of course there is loads of guns here, or dare I say something to do with Rick Grimes. But I'm going to be covering all these sneak peeks of course, and especially Virgil. I'm going to see what more we see of him. It's very strange, I always thought he was telling the truth since we first saw him, but then again, that's not even been 30 minutes of screen time, and I only needed 10 with Dante. And I'm going to show you this as well. Now this, I don't normally talk about these promos because it reminds me of the Disney Channel and it ruins my day. But this is a really good promo that I wanted to show you. The music is so cool. And they've started adding We Are the Walking Dead to the end of their promos. So it's looking really good. Here it is. I mean, in a nutshell, it's just Alva having an autism attack. Christ, it's like a stop smoking advert. I actually love this though. Please have that music in the show when they're fighting. Have this music in there and have Negan fight Beta with that.
The people you sent out, they're in trouble.
Even though no one's gonna die. Listen here, you silly individual, you stupid human. I'm going to be genuinely irritated if everyone makes out of this cave with no pushback and it's something as small as Kelly grazing her leg. If they all escape and Daryl turns around to Connie with some cringy one-liner like, "Man, we did it together. Nah, waste of time." Months gone down the line waiting for this cliffhanger answer. For no one to die. For Carol to still consistently try and kill Alpha after this much of a fuck-up. They've already nearly died, so this whole thing would have been a massive waste of time. If Daryl loses a finger, it will literally be a bigger deal than if Kelly dies. But of course, after some further research, in other words, watching the trailer a few more times and seeing literally hundreds of comments tell me, Kelly is in fact at the hilltop, so she survives the caves to make it to this point. And it does look like, if anything, she hurts her leg. As you can see, there's a bandage around it like she's hurt herself. It was like the left side of my brain saw Kelly there and all these characters, but didn't think to look at any of it because of the water tower. And even then, I think it's extremely unlikely anything will happen on this exact water tower. It wouldn't actually make sense if it was at Hilltop. But it was good to see a water tower stand out like that in The Walking Dead. It's a sign of what's to come. The right side of my brain was completely focused on the water tower. I was completely diverted by it. And honestly, if there's more than 7 characters on the screen, I completely shut off away from it. At this point, it's wishful thinking. I just want to see Kelly get brutalized in this cave because we waited months to see what's going to happen. I want it to mean something. And I do like all of these characters, but would I say no to Jerry being absolutely demolished? No. And even then, like, it would actually ruin my day to see Jerry die. But it looks like that's what's going to happen. We haven't seen him in any of these trailers. We're seeing Kelly, and even then we're not seeing Connie. She may have appeared at other points in the trailer, but with her and Jerry, we just haven't seen any other shots when they're not in the cave. And why isn't Kelly with Connie? As we can see here, Kelly's beside the archers behind the shields. Connie is usually always there with her slingshot. They're always together, so why isn't she there now? It's really strange. So it's gone from between Jerry and Kelly to Jerry and Connie. If anything's going to heal Carol and Ezekiel's relationship, it's going to be something as tragic as Jerry's death. And as much as these trailers might sway what you think, remember when I dedicated a whole video just to this? And the bottom line was that Jerry is extremely likely to die here. I mean, from the start, just look at how much he stands out from all of these other characters, because it's really strange that he's with them right now. Why him? Why is he there? And of course, one of the biggest questions we've got from this second trailer is, who is this coming out of the ground? Well, at first I said it was a whisperer, and I still stand behind that. I saw some comments saying it was Beta, some even Negan, some even Dante. But at the back of my mind when I first made that video, just looking at this cross, I did think it was the woman that Dante had killed, just to get to Sadiq, just to bring him down even more. The woman was called Cheryl, and Sadiq was looking after her, and he felt responsible for her well-being, so when she died, he lost his composure even more than he already was. And so there's a possibility that this is Cheryl coming back. But I didn't want to get into that at first, because there could be different crosses. I don't know if this woman's body, after this much time, would be able to dig herself out like that. And that would be the pettiest thing, if he didn't stab this woman in the head before putting her into the ground, and even then, digging that much of a shallow grave that she'd be able to dig herself out like that. Not stabbing her brain is literally more petty than putting a pillow over her head in the first place. That is the most pointlessly malicious thing you could do. Not only did you suffocate this old sick woman, but you've left her to come back and kill someone after. Wow, Dante was really messed up. And I'm proud of him. And going back to other questions we have about different shots in the trailer, I didn't actually talk about this one at all. It's literally 1 second long, and we see Carol looking like she's just let someone down, is the best way to explain it. She's lowering her bow as if she was going to shoot something, but didn't. Now, like I said, it's just a shot. There's nothing to support this, but picture this. Jerry or Connie has just been overpowered. She was going to shoot someone to put them out of their misery, but the walkers had already had the best of them. We see Daryl exit the caves and he's fine in that teaser. We see Daryl and Carol talking in the trailer without Connie, yet later on, Daryl is with Connie. So Daryl must have left Connie with Carol whilst he's gone to distract the walkers out of the cave. Now, the thing to really push Carol back isn't just that she got people in this situation, but for someone to die in front of her that was really her fault. Yeah, she got them into the cave, but she also couldn't save them. The line is very thin right now between Jerry and Connie. Connie's death would lead to all of the characters in the caves being disappointed and very upset. The same with Jerry. Apart from Jerry's death, being more closer to Carol would bring Ezekiel closer. That's why they're together in the trailer. Ezekiel is trying to convince and comfort Carol that it wasn't her fault. However, this also works if she's watching Connie die. She would have to walk out of these caves alone and look Daryl in his eyes and tell him that Connie is dead. That would explain why Kelly is alone in the trailer. All along I've thought that Kelly's death has been foreshadowed about her hearing loss, but when you look back at it, Connie was there too. Helping her, comforting her, telling her being deaf is a superpower. So all this time it's been likely this scene wasn't foreshadowing Kelly's death, but Connie's. Now if Kelly and Connie survive the caves, and even if they survive season 10, I do think it's likely that one of them go in season 11 anyway, because I do think the Whisperer War will carry on slightly longer, if of course Beta isn't dead by the end of this season, and that's unlikely. It is confirmed that Maggie will return at the end of this season, so does that mean the Commonwealth will play a bigger part in the Whisperer story? Remember, if Virgil is telling the truth, if Michonne gets these weapons and she returns with these weapons, who is going to use them? Take out a herd like this and still have people at the communities protecting them. Maggie arriving with the Commonwealth just in time for Michonne to leave would work. But however that turns out, I think Kelly O'Connie needs to die in the Whisperer War story arc. And lastly, in the trailer we saw this picture of Eugene looking up at something, and at first I made a side comment that it was the water tower or something, but I saw all of the comments saying that this was in fact Eugene looking up at the radio room, the top of Hilltop where the radio is, where he's talking to that person. So Eugene would of course run up to save his equipment, but if he doesn't, that would mean this would be the Commonwealth that he was talking to. That would mean I was wrong, this has nothing to do with Rick Grimes, it really is just the Commonwealth. Remember I said it would be different to the comics because there would be no discovery to make, because in the TV show, Maggie is already there. So this would have to be switched up to where it is, something to do with where Rick Grimes is at the CRM. But if his radio gets burnt and broken anyway, and there is no discovery there, then that's the difference from the comics in itself. He doesn't end up having this radio story. However, he talks to this person on the radio enough to where he builds up a relationship with this person. To have that same storyline, but it occurs differently because of Maggie already being there. But I want to ask you about this shot. Is this Carol attempting to put a character out of their misery because they're getting devoured by walkers? Make sure you vote in the poll, and of course, don't just vote, make sure you comment down below what you think. I really want to hear what you think on this. This is an actual unseen shot, it was so hidden. And when you look into it, especially with Jerry being unseen in the trailer, the lines do start to meet. And remember, like I said, we did a video on this back in December. Without looking at any of the trailers, what makes sense is Jerry. For Jerry's story to end here would be like a perfectly planted bomb. It would just blow up so many people's stories, and it would lead to so many other things taking place. It would explain so much. Make sure you let me know down below what you think. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you press the like button. It actually genuinely helps me and will get this video more seen. And if you did enjoy it, then make sure you check out videos that are similar to this one. Robert Kirkman has officially revealed and confirmed the cause of the apocalypse in The Walking Dead. We actually have an official answer as to how this all started, and this actually foreshadows so many other storylines taking place. So make sure you know what this is by checking out this video. And are you looking forward to The Walking Dead World Beyond? Or are you not so keen on it? Either way, I recommend you watch this video to get more excited for it, because it's really likely that at the very end, Rick Grimes does appear. If you want to know more about it and you want to be more excited for it, then make sure you check this out. And of course, make sure you subscribe so that you're the first to hear about The Walking Dead and the first to see my videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.
I've been having negative thoughts, yeah, my head is messed up, yeah, my heart is messed up. Sold my fucking soul at what cost? I just need them to stop all these negative thoughts. Everywhere they follow, I just need them to stop all these negative